Hey guys, what is up? Wanted to give you guys a little bit of rundown, a little bit of history and what's going on with this CBR. This is my current lineup of bikes minus my Husqvarna 701 Supermoto. That's at another location with my Yamaha BW 200, the 87 fat tire bike. So you guys may have seen, I teased you a little bit with one of my YouTube shorts on this CBR being delivered. Was super excited about this bike. I grew up in the era of these bikes. This was the bike that was unattainable for me at the time, and found this bike on the website Rumble On. It's kind of like a CarMax type website where they sell their own bikes. This was a private party listing on there, which I think they've now discontinued private party listings. So the bike has 3,200 miles. It's 22 years old, almost 23 years old, and it is almost spotless. There's a few small blemishes here and there, things that I feel like I can get addressed and things like that. Very happy to have this bike. So got it off the, it was delivered off the trailer. I used Haul Bikes. That was an amazing, great experience. They communicated well. Was happy about the whole process. Drivers were respectful and, worked with you on pickup location, drop off location, things like that. So pulled it into the garage, hooked the battery up, took the seat off, noticed a bunch of sawdust by the battery. So I think it was in his workshop. Went to start it. It wasn't starting the best. I checked the fuel tank, and sure enough, it was full of rust. That was my fault. I should have been asking about that. Yeah, the seller probably should have disclosed it, being in such a pristine bike. I got a smoking deal on it. I bought the bike for $3,800 plus the $700 and change in shipping. So I should have asked myself, why is this feel too good to be true? It definitely was. So I took the tank off. I've been using the apple cider vinegar method. I've done that before. Basically, you just let it soak 24 hours in apple cider vinegar, and then you start to dump it out. And you might have to do it a few times. This one I did have to do a few times. It was just absolutely disgusting, the stuff that I got out of this tank. So I think more than anything, this bike just sat for a decade or more, which would match the condition it's in with the miles, the age. Because it just doesn't have hardly any miles. It's in just awesome condition. You just don't even see like a lot of grime and scratches and stuff like that, even just moving around the garage and stuff. So I think it just sat. So I've done the best I could. The problem with apple cider vinegar is neutralizing it. So I've used the method with you can see there, I'm just having an issue with flash rusting. Now the tank itself, I've done a pretty good job there, right? If you look down there, if you can look past the flash rusting issue that I'm having, I've done a decent job with the tank itself. I'm just having an issue with these small areas. So basically to neutralize the apple cider vinegar, you have to use baking soda and distilled water, not tap water. It's gotta be distilled water. And I've done that a bunch. I think I did a pretty good job, but I don't feel comfortable taking it in as it is, right? So I am gonna have a shop go through the bike, new injectors, new spark plugs, oil change. Once I get it running, then I'll worry about some other things like putting stock grips on, putting tires on, and just making sure it's fully roadworthy. So the bike shop that I talked to, they said that they work with a radiator shop, and the owner is a motorcycle guy, and he just loves working on stuff like this. So this tank is not bolted on right now, it's just sitting there. So I'm gonna take the tank off today. I'm gonna take it to that radiator shop, see what they can do. The guy really spoke highly of him. So obviously I've got some other things to ride in the meantime. This is new to me. It's a 2019 Panigale V4S. It's the Corsa edition, a Corsa edition. That's the MotoGP paint scheme. Just absolutely love this bike, and I'm having a lot of fun. I didn't think that I would enjoy a bike that had so much rider aids because I've always stuck to this era of bikes. But I am enjoying playing with it and playing with those rider aids adjustments. I wouldn't say I'm fully up to speed with everything yet. I'm still playing around. I'm still learning, but you know, it's been fun having something new, having something different. And that's why I've always said, hey, if you've got a bike and you're not riding it anymore, maybe consider a new bike, consider something different. And that's why I've always kept my Supermoto. Obviously you can see that I'm big into sport bikes and super bikes, but I love to get on that Supermoto, just different riding feel, riding a single versus, you know, an inline four or V-twin. Actually, I've got a pretty good lineup here. I've got a single in the Grom. I've got the V-twin with the RC51. I've got the inline four with the CBR, and I've got the V4 now with this Ducati. So yeah, as far as mixing it up, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy here. So once I get this tank all cleaned out, I'll give an update there. And then also, once we get it running, I'll do some reviews on it. I'm excited to ride this bike. It's been a while since I've ridden a bike of this era, the inline fours. It's been a while since I've had an inline four. I think my last inline four was my track bike, CBR 600RR that I rode for years. So it'll be fun to feel that power delivery and that experience again. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely do, because I'll have more content, more updates on these bikes. I'll do some vlogging, do some pass-bys, some sound exhaust, things like that. So you guys stay tuned and wish me luck. I'm hoping everything works out with the CBR. Talk to you guys later. Bye.